Okay, you like Chaos? You can take
I
Chaos,
do.
Achilles. I stole your high elves last time, so go for it.
That's fine, but sure. So we have two exalted heroes flying in the air. We have a hell cannon in the back. We have chaos warriors with halberds. Four of those. Two chaos marauders, three chaos marauders, four chaos marauders. So his entire front line is just four chaos marauders and four chaos warriors with halberds. We see three marauder horsemen, and then we have Archaon, the Ever Chosen, with the Burning Head, Cascading Firecloak, Fireball, Standard Die, and the Slayer of Kings.
Very decked out Archeon there. Has a great fighting potential, of course. And yeah, even trying to contest the air against Bretonia, which you don't usually see. Okay, so the Bretonians, they will actually be the side that's attacking into that Hell Cannon. It's not exactly what you expect, but see if Evenstar adapts to that. There's the Peasant Mob frontline, which I can tell you is not going to be happy to be thrown against Chaos Warriors. I'm surprised they even don't rout before they reach them. Imagine being just plucked from your land and given a shovel or something, and or picking pitchfork and being told, yeah, there's these Chaos Warriors over there, or inhumanly strong. Go kill them. Miracle they even managed to motivate people to do that. Wonder how. So
Me too.
two pox arrows, and yeah, this hell cannon already getting a big hit on the beast slayers. The shot actually went through the paladin as well, although I think that may have been a fireball. Questing knights. See, the hell cannon is now shooting at the archers instead. And there's a companion of Kinnell in the back here, of course. One of the best, maybe the best cavalry in the game. Felkon wasting no time going for some quick charges on the peasant mobs. Doesn't want them bogging him down. That's a burning head.
Oh my.
Yeah, just burning that peasant bowman. I think it's gonna burn another one as well. We had some lag there. Hopefully it clears.
I think he wanted to hit the questing knights as well.
It's possible, but he's getting two archers, which is not too bad. Not too many models died, but it's some good hit point damage on them already. Couple shots from the hell cannon will now rout them.
You know, plus away, so they're not going to be joining the fight anytime soon. And it seems that Evenstar is pressing forward. He feels, I don't know, I think he feels the pressure to really just get stuck as fast as possible.
And
Or
this
as soon
hell
as
cannon,
possible.
yeah, because this hell cannon is putting so much pressure. It's almost killed this peasant bowman. Killed two companions of Kinnell, which is actually kind of significant, even though it's only two models. And it looks to me like Felkon is actually manual firing this hell cannon. A big center engagement here.
I feel that center engagement is was kind of baited by Falcon. Because, you know, they jumped on Archon, but now, you know, the warriors with halberds come in, and is that paladin gonna get out? That's being super isolated.
Well, probably not, because paladins do not have the best mass in the game. That's an understatement. Another burning head rattled through here. Peasant bowmen are getting into position though. Nice chalice of potions there, clearing a chaos marauder. That center engagement, as you said, turning out really well. Felkon companions have been routed.
Yeah,
I've
the
never seen him die that
are not
quickly.
supporting at all. And he's keeping his Marauder Horsemen in the center, like kind of running around this chaos with halberds that are screening them. So even if the cavalry is trying to get some charges in, they're just constantly getting shot by these Marauder Horsemen.
Yep, very nice there. He does get a nice charge on the Chaos Warriors before they manage to brace, but he shouldn't stay in that engagement too long. Chaos Warriors, halberds, they often... well, they have a bit of a bad reputation, but they're still pretty deadly under the right circumstances. You can see they're doing a number on the calf.
I mean, AP damage, anti-large, charge defense, you know.
Yeah, it's just one of the hidden stats that makes them a little bit worse, which is their attack speed, which is for some reason very low.
Animation, yeah, okay.
Yeah. The box arrows. They've made a nice concave, I wanted to say, but the horsemen are being used very well. Go for them, and I think the Exalted Hero was killing the Fae. Paladins are gathering again. I'd go for Archeon second. Archeon has halberd support. Trying to save the Fae instead. Exalted Hero.
Not sure if he's gonna be able to. Once he can just use a Marauder Horseman to chase the Fae, which he is going to do.
Yep, but the Fae has rallied. If she avoids the next charge or the next volley of javelins, then she might be fine. Big hit here on the Paladin, one of them might get terrified pretty soon. And I think this Hell Cannon is about to come back online. Yes, there comes the first shot. Evenstar did a good job actually shutting it down for a while, but it's gone back online. It's gonna rout a lot of these units that are already wavering.
Yes, Archeon is kind of fighting on his own, but nice. Burning Head, oh, it's gonna go straight to the Spearman at Arms as well.
Yep, killing one of the, well, damaging one of the few fresh units Evenstar still has. This is actually an important fight. The Paladin against the Exalted Hero. One Exalted Hero did fall down. Paladin did fall down, so now it's a 1v1. I like the little repositioning Evenstar did here. If that was intentional, it was really clever. Trying to give his archers a better angle, but those archers are now getting compromised again. I think to save them.
Yeah, and the Exalted Hero getting no work done there because of poison. So there was also no escape either. Now the archers are gonna go offline unless these Knights of the Realm can save them.
Yep. Another big hit here on the Chaos Warriors with halberds. Yeah, actually, something we missed while we were looking at that fight there was that Evenstar took the Hell Cannon offline again, but then Felkon got it online again. It's like going online, offline.
It's about to get offline again.
Yeah, exactly, like another cavalry is charging it. But at this point, like, it's probably spent enough of its ammo to be worth it. The shots at the start were just really good, and it looks like the battle is wrapping up. There's some Bretonnian resistance left on the field.
We're gonna wait for Bretonia to regroup. Maybe try to have a go again.
I don't think so,
not.
because usually you can only really do that if your units are faster, and there's these Marauder Horsemen on the field that are just being used to clear off the archers time and time again.
Cannon is again online, shooting at the Paladin.
Missile Cav carried his hearts as chosen one, yeah. They did so much. Excellent control there.
Clearing peasants, dancing around the halberd, shooting at the cav, and now just creating havoc in the back line, keeping the peasant bowmen busy.
Evenstar is finally able to get rid of them. But at what cost, Achilles? At what cost?
His win, his victory.
Yeah. Not a bad fight in the end, but it kind of... That's, I think, the center engagement here, which you pointed out, sort of got baited into, where he lost the Companions of Canel very quickly and very heavily. I think that spell too quickly. Evenstar to manage to pull it back.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can take 2 more Hell Cannon volley shots on your infantry, because, you know, maybe if he waited for his archers and then had a little bit better of an engagement, the poison could have been deadly for the Chaos Warriors with halberds. I don't know though. It's just speculating on my end.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue was, well, he was fighting up a high ground, that's one thing, and he kind of had to be aggressive against that Hell Cannon. Charge into halberds, which is hardly ideal, because that Hell Cannon, I think, was being manually fired. So it was doing a lot of damage. More than it normally would, even against the questing knights. Kinda had to be aggressive there, and that's what one actually wanted. Just defensive chaos, winning out. Something you see every day. Right, that's the 1-0. And the next map, the culture. Right, guys, potentially the last game of the day coming up real soon here. Just quickly going to grab some water while the players are picking.
All right. Going into game 2, Felkon picking Lizardmen and High Elves in his pool. This means that Evenstar has to choose his faction now, and then Felkon chooses between the two factions he mentioned.
Yeah, you're right, random nicks. The Chaos Warrior halberds are pretty good against Bretonia. I mean, you can invest into foot squires, but it's probably not great.
Falcon picked Lizardman in his pool.
Oh yes, and High Elves. Pretty good combo there. Gonna be the first time we see him playing Lizardman today, right? If he goes for it.
Seems like he's gonna, like, he wants to go for the killing blow.
Yeah. I think Lizardmen are definitely his best faction.
So what has Evenstar in his toolbox to bring against potentially the Lizardmen or the High Elves?
Well, we know he's very good with the undead, at least the Tomb Kings and Count. We saw that, but yeah, the High Elves are there, so it's like he's considering Dark Elves. Of course, be used against High Elves. Can be used pretty effectively against Lizardmen as well. Let's see if he confirms them.
Not familiar at all with Dark Elves against Lizardmen. So if that were to happen, it's gonna be a learning experience.
Well, it's a bit of a hard matchup to call, really. So, on the one hand, Dark Elves have a lot of AP missiles, which is great against Lizardmen. On the other hand, they don't really have a great counter to Chameleon Skinks, which can be pretty annoying. But the Lizardmen also have a bit of trouble dealing with Scourgeturner chariots, typically. Then the Dark Elves have some trouble dealing with the Sylodons, solar engines. It's a bit of build roulette as well. Like, if you go for 3 Dark Rider repeated crossbows, you're facing 2 solar engines, the solar engines will just take them out.
It seems like everyone today struggled with against the solar engines.
Yeah, solar engines, I mean, I don't want to talk about balance too much, and I actually like the unit, so I don't want to talk it down too much, but it is kind of an overpowered unit.
Star going coast. There might be some high elf play here from Falcon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he went Lizardman into Ghost. That would definitely be the big confidence pick here. I mean, he could afford it because he's 1 game up, but probably don't want to mess around too much. High Elf seems like the...
He's not even gonna say his faction before he's gonna grab a drink.
Well, maybe that's his secret. Just taking his time, not making hasty decisions.
Yeah. Maybe that's a weird habit you have right before you play a game. You just grab some tea. Every single time, every battle. Yeah, I like high elves into coast.
Yeah, I mean, They're usually the pick that remains after, you know, in tournaments that use pick and banning rules, after they ban Dwarves and Empire. And it's a matchup that kind of goes back and forth, really. But out of all the factions, Hiles are definitely one that has a better chance against Ghost than most.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see like some rush with Rangers and Chariots, Cav, or maybe like go full kite.
Storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
Too much showtime. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. A while since I heard that alert. I have a bunch of different follower alerts set up, but some are set to very rare, and some of them are...
The cat praising to the sky.
Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it?
It's storming. You really should get the baby one in there, though. It's
Oh, and
so
there we have the
intense.
classic follower alert from when I only had one.
Oh, I thought this was the church of Vampire Buddha. Ah, ah, ah.
Dr. Wee, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And Tranchete 100. Same thing to you. Great to have you here. Hope you're enjoying the show. Yeah, Prince thinks it's more Heil favored. Well, it's one of those really build-dependent matchups, right? If it's bolt throwers against mortars, it's really good. It's archers against mortars, it's not so good. It's the chariot build against flyers, it's not so good. It's flyers against the archer build, it's not so good. So it's like... And if you want to go balanced with your build, it's kind of dangerous because you might lose to a more specialized build. Yeah, we'll see what both players go for. Achilles, are you following the chat?
Not really.
There's someone calling you out. Too much showtime. I suppose that's showtime.
Nice. My boy Showtime.
Yeah, he says, Achilles, my man.
Man, he's my boy.
I'm a call Queen Bess, says Random Nix. Okay, that's one vote for Queen Bess. Who thinks we'll see Alariel? I know it's a bold prediction, but who thinks we'll see Alariel? Are Eagles limited to 2 or 3 max? They're limited to 2 max because they're single entities. They only have 2 of the same.
Man, I am excited for this matchup.
Yeah, it's one of the classics. Well, one of the new classics, I guess.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a challenge on... Well, I guess it was a challenge on both sides. Maybe now, I don't know. Isles might have the the versatility now to really...
Versatility. I'm guessing mounts included? Yes, the mounts cost as the same as the base unit. I expect Alariel, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? She has that shield stone, it's physical resistance against all the armor piercing damage. She can give magic damage. She can give immunity to psychology in an AoE. It's all the things you want against undead fact.
Man, I'm being called out in chat.
Nice one, Barkitstein. It was a while since someone started trolling Achilles. I guess they don't know him well enough yet.
Ah, yes, Fire Sorceress. You know, maybe they get like an insane... Damn, what's the thing called again? Why do I forget it? Like the Fire Head?
The Burning Head.
The Burning Head.
Fire Head. It sounds like a name of a metal band that's trying to be super edgy. It just ends up sounding silly. Fireheads.
Like on stage, they try to play with their guitars on fire. Then they burn up.
It's gotta be expensive. We're running through any band members at that rate. Larry Chariot build, let's go. That build has been popular lately. But what we saw in the HW playoffs, in the final against Soothsayer, well, not the final, actually, the winners final, so the match before the final. To get the first person into the final, because it was also double elimination there, was a build with Dragon Princes, and quite a few Dragon Princes, and it beat a crap build. It was one of the strangest iterations of this matchup I've seen.
The Prussian head is legendary at this point. Yes, but what makes it that legendary is just Satsuma giggling over it. While Viking is trying to keep a straight face and just, you know, casting the game.
I didn't need to keep a straight face, I didn't even have my webcam on.
Damn.
Russian head.
From now on, I'm gonna call it the Prussian head.
Yep. I mean, we have nicknames for other stuff. Jabba the Hutt. By the way, Alariel. Which Star Wars character is she? Never mind, there isn't such an annoying character. Oh no, wait, she has to be Jar Jar Binks. Most annoying character.
Jesus. Yeah, Star Wars characters. Man, it's actually pretty hard now to find one, right? Who would Count Dooku be?
Count Dooku is definitely Boris.
Boris? Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Well, I guess maybe it would be one of the vampire counts, but I don't know. There's not really a vampire count that fits his personality.
I wonder
so.
if
Maybe
there is a
Vlad.
Star Wars character that is like Volkmar. Just like super extreme, like.
Well, Star Wars doesn't really have these religious cults, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's let you look at the High Elves this time.
Nice. Thank you very much, Viking. I feel
Honored.
honored. So, you actually called it. We see Alariel. Alariel with the Star of Avalorn, of course. Arcane Conduit, Tempest, the Shield of Thorns, and Earthblood. Interesting for the Shield of Thorns. Well, I guess for the extra physical resistance. Actually, on the Rangers, that could actually be quite good. So the Rangers, we see one Ranger. All right. So one Ranger, 3 Spearmen, 2 Dragon Princes, and the Fireborn, the ROR Dragon Prince unit. We see 2 Nobles on a chariot, and a unit of War Lions. Very nice.
Okay, the War Lions are interesting. So, yeah, just a full-on rush build, and from the coast, I'm not seeing any ranged units either, apart from 1 bomber. You know, there's Scurvy Dogs. What can they really kill in this army? 4 Scurvy Dogs. That's 2,000 gold into a pretty bad fighting unit. And, well, there's Sirens. And you know what I was saying earlier, right? About Alariel? She can just fly to the Sirens and give whatever is fighting it magic damage. So I don't know how the Sirens perform. Probably not very well. Morngulls. They have some anti-infantry potential. Can mobs. The gun
Feels as the Sirens are kind of used like some kind of cav unit.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like, right? I mean, there is Noctilus, but his position is pretty bad here in the trees. I think he's gonna be getting into the trees quite a bit.
So Felkon is, yeah, I mean he's gonna run forward, but I think the intention of the vampire count, the vampire coast is to do actually the same thing, kind of. The scurvy dogs, as you said, they're not really gonna do much. There is nothing on the field that they can really target. Unless
7
maybe
kills.
running in the back of the spearman. Oh yeah, the fireborn.
Yeah, they could chase some routing units if they even get any units routing. Yeah. Noctilus
I'm
got
not sure.
one shot on the fireborn, but now he's already having to...
I'm not sure if Felkon wants to engage in this with the bombers there.
Felkon always wants to engage, man.
He just dodged the... Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Look at the sirens. Magic damage. It's horrible. So much. It's so bad. Not sure why I would bring them.
2 units wiped from the start.
And these are not cheap units either. That's what the magic damage from Alariel does.
We have the we have the scurvy ducks, you know, going in the back, but not sure if it's gonna do anything.
No. They're trying to help out Mr. Noctilus here, but the bombers actually threw some bombs and they actually hurt the scurvy dogs more. There's the
Nice
first
star, though. And it's really gonna help to heal, you know. There are only key units in there, really important, expensive units. This is a really good star.
Yep. And yeah, really, if the Ghost wants to make anything happen here, it's cannon shots onto the Dragon Princes. Like, that's something they can do, but the position just isn't very good for it, and the nobles are putting a lot of pressure. Noctilus is also obstructed.
I also like how the speed of the Vampire Coast is being abused here. So basically what Felkon attacked in the center, then completely switched right, and he's just running away with, you know, his infantry and just going for that blob.
Yep, there's actually a deckhand mob just...
Which means that the one flank is gonna have to turn, and then the Dragon Princes can just charge in their backs 24/7.
Yep. Basically a big melee brawl, and just don't see the Coast winning it because they invested so much into Sirens that are just getting hard countered. Alariel's magic damage, and you gotta keep in mind these high elf units, they have high leadership already. They're not getting affected by fear. They're not getting affected by terror. I mean, everyone is freaking out over the Black Orc Big Boss with his immunity to psychology aura, but Alariel has it too. On top of everything else she does. I feel like it's something that's often forgotten. It's so valuable against undead factions. This doesn't look like Ghost can do anything here.
Yeah, and I mean, none of the High Elves units really have suffered any damage, so Martial Prowess is also still doing its thing.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Not below 50% health.
But they're not suffering in any way.
Yeah, this noble is taking some damage, so actually a lot of damage from that bombardment. But I believe there's still a star, so if he doesn't get finished off, I think he will actually come back.
Do not make me have to count how many times I'm going
What's
to
that
have
spell
to
that's
kick
being put
your
on
ass?
the Fireborn?
Spell on the Fireborn. That's Melkar's Mystifying Miasma, reducing their speed, which is of course super relevant right now. And also yeah, damaging them a little bit, but not enough. Also, hi there, Suborange. Hope you had a nice stream. I don't often... I'm not often live after you already finished streaming. But thank you for the raid. So... Oh, someone's using the Franker Facey emotes. Finally. Finally, I didn't do it for nothing. Yeah. This is often how I see...
Complete now.
Yeah. How I see Ghost matches ending with Noctilus just against the Horde, and it... Yeah, it is a kind of uncommon build from Felkon. And it... Yeah, it really doesn't look like this was what Evenstar was expecting.